This video is related to the tree set. In this video, we will discuss about what is tree set and what is the behavior of tree set. At first, let me to discuss the collection hierarchy so that you get much clarity about it. So, let's say in the top of the hierarchy, there is iterable. The iterable child interface is collection, and the collection is divided into three parts. Collection child is list interface, set interface, and cube interface. In list interface, we have discussed about array list, linked list, vectors, and stack. In the set, there are implemented classes hash set, and in the another term, let me to keep it distance. This is hash set. And after the hash set is divided into two columns. The first column is for the hash set and the second column is for the sorted set interface. Sorted set is interface. It is not a class, but hash set is a class. Remember this. Now hash set child class is linked hash set. And sorted set child interface is navigable set. This is child. Sorted set child is navigable interface, and after that navigable interface sorted set implemented class is tree set. Got it? So I have discussed this both part, hash set and linked hash set. Now I will start this second column, sorted set, navigable set, and tree set. So what is tree set? These both are interface. Sorted set and navigable set are interface. We can't create any object, so all the implementation will be done on the tree set. So let me to create an object of tree set. Tree set ts is equal to new tree set. I have created a tree set object. Let me to import it. Import, where is import statement? I'm not using Selenium. Okay, I have imported tree set. Now if I want to add an element, as we know the collection interface contain the add method, and as collection child is set and set child is sorted set and sorted child is navigable and navigable child is tree set, so it will by default available to the tree set. So tree.add. If I want to add here, let's say I am adding a, then after that copy paste a 3 4. As you know, in the tree set sys out of ts. When I am printing this ts, as you know that the tree set is the child of set, and the main advantage of set is duplicates are not allowed. This is the behavior of set, that duplicates are not allowed in the set. That's why if I am inserting a, then it will print only one a. As you can see this, there is only one a. All the others a will be removed because all the others are duplicates. That's why it is here the add method return type is boolean. That's why it is giving false. Got it? This is tree set. Now if I want to add some other element, then it will erase the behavior of just wait a minute. The behavior of tree set that it will arrange all the element in by default natural sorting order. It means whenever we are trying to insert any element in the tree set, it will arrange all the elements according to the default natural sorting order. Got it? So if I am inserting, let's say I am inserting here z, Okay, I am inserting B, then I am inserting here R. Then when I am compiling it, you can see the output B D R Z, but I have inserted Z at the first. I have inserted Z at the first and B in the second, but here you can see that B come at the first position, D come the second, and R and then Z. It means it will always arrange our data according to our sorting order, default natural sorting order, and the default natural sorting order is ascending order, ASCENDING order. Got it? So let me to work with some alphanumeric numbers, that's so that you can get much clarity. 4, then I am using here 27, then I am using here 56. Then when I am compiling it, you can see the output 4, 15, 27 and 56. It always give the value according to the ascending order. It always give. Why? But what is the problem? So if I want to add t dot add of a, it will give the error, runtime error. What is the runtime error? Class cast exception. You can see exception in thread main java.lang.class cast exception. Why? How it is working? As we know that in the collection we can store heterogeneous types of element. But what is the problem behind these things? So I have told you that TreeSet always arrange the data in according to default natural sorting order. Here I am using ts.add of 15. What is this 15? 15 is integer. 15 is integer. This is not int, this is integer. There is no any word of int type in the collection framework. All are of integer type. Integer is a wrapper class. So I am adding here 15, so it will allow. I am adding here 4, it will allow. I am writing here 27, it will allow. 56, it will allow. But if I am adding something a here, internally it is using the comparable. What is comparable? Comparable is a interface. It is a marker interface. Comparable, sorry, it is not a marker, it is a functional interface. Functional interface. Comparable is a functional interface. In the comparable, this integer class has implemented comparable interface. Here all the wrapper classes and string class implements comparable. Comparable. It means that all the wrapper classes, as like in the wrapper class we have learned about string, float, double, boolean, these all are the wrapper classes. All the wrapper classes has implement comparable, and the string class itself has implemented the comparable interface. Here internally 15 is compared with 14. It is comparing. My JVM starts when I am writing TreeSet ts is equal to new TreeSet, then it will try to automatically call the comparable. But which type of comparable? When I am adding ts.add of 15, it will check that 15 is an integer, whether 15 has used the comparable interface or not. Here integer class implements comparable, that's why it allow to compare our data. So when I am writing ts.add of 4, integer type, it is comparable, that's why it is comparing. Here ts.add of 27, comparable, comparing. 56, comparable, and it is comparing. Then when I am writing ts.add of a, here this is of integer type and this is a type of a string. When I am trying to compare integer with string, it will give class cast exception. How can you compare the integer with string? This is impossible. That's why it is giving the class cast exception, java.lang.class cast exception. The comparable is present in java.lang package. And this is comparable. Let me to create one more class so that you can get much clarity. Public I can't make a class public class teacher. Let's say I am making a teacher name class. Got it? Let me to cancel this console. In this class, in the teacher, I am writing here string name. Teacher must have some name and teacher must have some position. String subject. Let me to take the subject. If it is a teacher, then he must teaching some subject. That's why I'm taking this. Now I am using the constructor. Where is constructor generate fields? And I am using here set two strings method. And I let me to use the setters and getters. Pub private, make it private, and also make this private. This is a simple class teacher. Here I am taking a name and subject, that the teacher is of which subject he is teaching. This is a constructor and this is a two string method. That's it. There is nothing more in this class. Now if I am adding here, let me to add teacher object. So let me to remove all these things. I don't need this. Let me to remove this. So if I am writing here new teacher and I am inserting here, what is the first scenario? That was the name. Let's say I am taking Amit and it is English. It is teaching English. Got it? So that's how I am adding some element. Let me to add some of this. Okay, this is Rakesh. This is Sumit. I have added some random name and let's say he is a teacher of math and he is a teacher of bio. Basically I am the teacher of biology. Okay, got it. So let me to here, when I am printing this data, it will give the compilation error, runtime error. Why this is giving the runtime error? Because in this teacher class, okay, teacher class is already defined. So let me to add teach. Okay, I have only removed R. What is the problem? Teacher is already there, that's why it is giving the compilation error. Achha, okay, let me to take teaching class TEACHING. Here I have to replace all things with teaching. Let me to replace this. I have replaced this and here teaching, and after that I have to write here teaching and I have to write here teaching. Actually teacher class was already there in my program, that's why it is giving the runtime class teaching. Why it is giving the compilation error again? The teacher is already defined. Let me to here, let's say you can see there is class cast exception, java.lang.class cast exception. Why it is giving the class cast exception? As I have already written here TreeSet and I am inserting all the data in the TreeSet, it is throwing the class cast exception. Why it is throwing the class cast exception? You can take a minute and just think. Okay, I am telling you why it is giving the class cast exception. Because always TreeSet try to find the default natural sorting order, but here I have told you that all the wrapper classes and string class implements compatible, but you can see my teacher class has not implemented the comparable. That's why it is giving the java.lang.class cast exception. Why? Because here TreeSet is confused whether you want to sort the element according to comparable or comparator. It is confused, so we have to implement the comparable here. That's why I am writing here implements comparable. Implements comparable. When I am writing here comparable, just patch here teaching TEACHING. You can remove the type parameters also, if you don't need this. I have written here, there you can see this is a method compare to method of comparable. This is compare to method of comparable. Got it? So I have to write here the logic for comparing our object. So we can take here, what we can take here, we can take here what, let me to take this is in the same class. Here I am writing the comparable in same teaching class, and teaching class data is private, so we don't need to write with the help of getters. If you need to write, then you can write. So I am writing here, what I can write, I want to compare with the help of name dot compare to of o dot name. This is compare to method of comparable. How it is working, let me to explain this. Here class teaching implements comparable. When I am writing implements comparable, here we must have to override this compare to method. Got it? Let me to take one more value for of integer type, so that you can get much clarity. Private private int section. Let me to take a section. He is a teacher of which section. Let me to remove this. I need another constructors. I just have to arrange all the data in ascending or descending order according to the integer type and according to the string type. That's why I am taking one more value, so that you can get much clarity that how it is working according to the integer values and according to the string value. That's why I'm taking this. Got it? I have done all of these things. Now I have written, when I am implementing comparable, then we must have to override the compare to method, because compare to method is abstract method of comparable. That's why I am writing here. You can see what is name. Name is a field or variable. Here I am comparing name is a type of string. You can see name is a type of string. Here I have defined private string name. It means name is a type of string, so I am writing here name dot, and in the if it is a string, then we can use any method of string class, as like let me to copy and remove this. Name dot length we can use with the help of string. You can see here int length, and it is from the string class. You got it? Here if we are writing any string value, then we can use we can apply any string method. So I am writing here one string method. It is present in string class. This is not of the same class that I am writing here, and I am writing here o dot name. Why? Because here the teaching reference is o, so we have to pass with the reference. So it will compare whether the given name is equal to the current name. Here o dot name is current name, and name is the given name, whatever the name can be. You got it? Let me to check it. Implements comparable. So what's the problem here? The problem is I have added one more. That's why it is giving the compilation error. Let me to add some value. Then let me to add here 30, and let me to add here 15. Got it? Why it is giving compilation error? Got it? Everything is fine. So you can see I am explaining once more. This is comparable. When I am implementing comparable, here we must have to override this compare to method. Here name is a type of string. Here you can see name is a type of string, so we can apply any string class method in this. So I am using compare to method. This compare to method is of string class, just remember, and this compare to method is of my class, teaching class. I have created. Now there is confusion that what the same method compare to, and this is the same method compare to, but here this compare to method came from the string class, not from our class. Got it? So here I want to compare with the help of name. So name dot compare to and o dot name. Got it? Here reference is o, that's why I'm taking o dot name. It will check whether the given name is equal to the compared name. So let me to compile this. So here you can see it is giving in the next same line. Let me to take the ts dot for each consumer, and here system dot out double colon println, so that it will give the value according to one by one. Got it? So you can see here 10, 30 and 50. Here what I have compared with the help of name, you can see with the help of name I have compared. Got it? That's why it is okay. I have also taken this Yakub. Let's take this Yakub. I have changed this. Here you can see I have compared with the help of name. I am comparing this all these things with the help of name, and you can see here Amit, a a comes first, that's why Amit here. Then after that S, then after that Y. It is comparing with the help of name. Now I don't want to compare all of these things with the help of name. I want to compare according to the ID. So I can write here ID minus O dot ID. That's it. Let me to check. Oh, this is not ID. This is section. This is section, not ID. Sorry. I have taken ID. That's why it is section minus O dot section. There is no any problem. We can use now. It will compare the current section, whether the current section is equal to the given, equal to the original section. If it is equal, then it will return 0. But if this section is greater, then it will return positive value. And if this section is negative, then it will return negative value. Now it will, as you know, tree set always arrange element according to ascending or descending order. So whether all elements are in positive or negative, it will arrange itself in the according to the their sorting order, then it will give the value. So let me to use this. Now you can see our data is sorted according to the ascending order. But here you can see Sumit and Yakub, that's why you get a little bit problem. Let me to add one more value so that you can get much clarity. Let me to add here 23, and I am writing here what I can write. Let me to write Vivek, and he is teaching geography. Okay, now you can see, let me to run this. Now you can see here 10, then 15, then 23, then 30. Here all the data are arranged according to the section. I have compared all of this according to the section, that's why it is giving the same. Now if I want to compare with the help of subject, then you have to tell me, just tell subject dot compare to of O dot subject. That's how we can compare according to the subject wise. Now you can see English. Here E is capital and B is small, that's why it is come first. Let me to change this with small e. Got it? Now you can see English at first, then geography. Here subject is not coming. I have taken O dot name, that's why it is giving. Sorry, subject I have to take O dot subject. That's my problem. Sorry. Now you can see whether it is coming. Here biology at first, B comes first, that's why. After that E, then G, and then M. That's how the comparable is working. You got the idea that how the comparable is working. This is the behavior of comparable. But here one more thing, if you want to compare all those things according to descending order, then what you have to do, just replace this. Here I have to write O dot subject is compared to subject. Here just reverse all of these things. Now you can see here at first M came, then G came, then E came, and at the last B came. Got it? So let me to make this in the form of descending order as a section. I want to define the sections according to descending order. Got it? Now you can see All the sections will come according to descending order: 30, 23, 15, and you can see at the last 10. You got all the values. Now this is for the ascending and descending order according to comparable. But if you want to compare according to the comparator, then what you have to do? Let me to remove all these things. I don't want this faltu stuffs, so just remove this. Got it? So this is our normal class teaching. This contains some variables and it has a constructor, and I have written here toString method. Now if I want to write here comparator, then what I have to do? Comparator is a type of functional interface. It contains two methods. Actually it contains two methods. The first method is compare. I am talking about comparator. Let me to write here comparable. For comparator for customized sorting order. Customized sorting order. If you want to sort your element according to your own sorting order, then you can use the comparator. Actually it contains two methods. The first method is compare method, and the second method is equals method, equals method. Equals method, the comparator method. Comparator contains two methods. The first method is compare and second method is equals. But here equals method is a default method. Here it is implemented. As it is implemented, we don't need to write this equal method. As it is implemented in the comparator, it is already implemented, so we don't need to implement all these things. We need to implement only compare. That's why we can use the lambda here. Got it? So when I am creating here, let me to makes it a little bit difference. I am discussing at first the constructor of TreeSet. Here this is the first constructor. Here the initial value is 16 initial value. This is the initial value, and there are only three constructor in TreeSet. The first constructor is this. The initial capacity will be 16. The second constructor is Control C. Here the second constructor is collection C. We can store any collection value in this TreeSet. And the third is comparator CMP. If you want to compare your data according to your default natural sort, according to your customized sorting order. Customized sorting order means user defined sorting order. Here if you want to compare your element according to your sorting order, then you can pass in the TreeSet. Now I am explaining with the help of the third. Let me to use this. So when I these all are the three constructor of TreeSet. Now I am using here the comparator. Now I want to write here what I can write. Let's take I want to write here T1 comma T2. Now I am writing here T2 dot get. Here I can't use this. Because this is a normal TreeSet. So we have to convert it in the generics teaching, so that it can understand that I want to compare. Here TreeSet is demanding that you are comparing, but what you are comparing? Then I have to tell I am comparing this teaching class. Got it? That's why I have to write. Now let me to take a bracket T1 comma T2. Got it? So I am writing here what I want to write here. Let me to write T1 dot ID get ID. I have not used a setter getter, that's why it is giving the problem. Let me to write here setters and getters, so that you can get much clarity. As I have defined here private, if it is private, then how can I access this? So I have to use the setters and getters. Let me to write the setters and getters. I don't want all of these things. Deselect all. I want only getters. I don't want the setters. I don't want to set any value. That's why I'm not using it. So I am writing here t1 dot get id, get section, sorry, here id is section, minus t2 dot get section. uh, Let me to make it in the another line, so you can see this. Where is the line? Where is the lining? You can see here I have passed in the tree set. I have passed I want a comparable, but which I am comparing, but which class? So I have defined here teaching, so that my tree set can understand that I am using comparable in teaching class. Got it? So here it allow me to write a compare method. Here internally a compare method is hidden. Got it? So let me to write it here so that you can get much clarity. Otherwise it is in the another line, so you may feel a little bit problem. Here this is the same line, here both are the same line. Actually it is not fitting in my screen, that's why I'm writing it in the second line. Got it? So I am writing here tree set ts is equal to new tree set. Then in the bracket I have passed t1 comma t2. I have to compare with two values, the first and second value, here the 10 and here 30. Then I have to compare this 10 and 30. Then I have to compare this in the second time. I have to compare 30 and 15. In the third time I have to compare this 15 and I have to compare this with 23. That's why I have taken two values t1 comma t2. Now I am using comparable t1 dot get section minus t2 dot get section. So it will it will make our data in the form of order. You can see 10 and then 15, then 23, then 30. I have arranged all the data according to the comparator. Not I am not using comparable. You can see my class has not implemented anything. This is teaching class. This is not. It has not come using any comparable. So I am passing here only t1 comma t2 because I have to compare with two values. That's why I am using t1 comma t2. Then I am using setter getters. As I have defined, this is of teaching class. So this is a reference of teaching class t1 and t2. With the help of reference, reference is a type of object, as like let me to take teaching. I don't want to use waste my time. Let me to copy. Are yaar, teaching, sorry, let me to copy this. Teaching t is equal to new teaching. Got it? So what is the compilation? Okay, I have to pass some value. Let me I don't want to pass any value. Let's take a default constructor here. I don't want to write here anything. I am just explaining all these things. I don't need to write here anything. That's why I have taken a blank. I'm taking a blank. This is a normal constructor. I am not using this. I just want to explain you how it is working. When I am writing here t dot get subject, it is giving the subject name. You can see there is no any problem. With the help of object reference we are calling this get subject. Here the same scenario is going on. Here t1 is a reference or object of teaching. T1 is the object or reference of teaching, same like t1 and t2. Both are the object and reference of teaching class. Here I am using t1 dot get section minus t2 dot get section. So I am writing here minus. That's why it is giving all the values according to the sorting order, 10, 15, then 23, then 13. You can see again. Now if I want to compare the things with the help of, I don't want to compare with the help of a section. I want to compare with the help of name. Let me to take name, get name minus t2 dot get name. Oh sorry, I can't use this get name because you know that get name is a type of string. T1 dot get name dot compares, sorry, compare to t2 dot get name. I want to compare t1 dot get name with t2 dot get name. Got it? So when I am writing here, you can see Amit, Shumit, Vivek and Yakub. Here Yakub have to come first, but why it is coming? So let me to check. Is there? Oh, hey, here I have. This is hey, answer is right. Amit at first, then Sumit at first, then Vivek at first. You are writing here. It is looking like a B, but it is Y. That's why I'm also confusing. This is why. So all the names are arranged according to the ascending order. But if you want to arrange all the names according to descending order, then what you have to do? Just replace T1 with T2 and T2 with T1. Now you can see all the data will come in the form of descending order. At first Yakub came, then Vivek, then Sumit and then Amit. Got it? So I want to compare with all the subjects. Let me to compare with all the subjects. Get subject, get subject and compare to dot. क्या हो रहा है? Dot get subject. अरे यार, dot get subject. Now you can see when I am writing here, why it is giving the compilation error. Control S. Let me to save. What is the compilation error? Semicolon must required. I have removed something here. Let me to keep it there. I have written T1 comma T2. T1 dot get subject compare to T2 dot get subject. Here one bracket is missing. Here one bracket was missing. That's why it is giving the compilation error. So now you can see I am using only 10 Amit English. Why it is giving only one value? T1 got okay. I have compared T1 with T1. That's why it is giving. I have to change here with T2. Sorry. Now you can see here all the things came according to the sorting order of subject. Biology at first B, then E, then G, then M. That's how the comparator and comparable work. Got it? Thank you.